All right, guys, let's talk about something that I do feel gets a fair amount of publicity. Maybe not quite this rifle exactly, but that is budget ARs. Now, budget ARs usually entails a wide variety of perspective. Some people truly take budget to extremes and say, things sub $500. But when I mean budget, I mean hovering around that like just under $1,000 price range. And this is what I want to talk about here. The SIG M400, probably in my opinion, one of the more solid budget offerings. And I wanted to explain a few reasons why this is actually a pretty solid budget offering. So first off, one of the big things that I really think that the SIG M400 does is they have a stainless steel barrel. So this is something that's actually not that common on sub $1,000 rifles. A serious, reasonably accurized barrel is the workhorse and the actual like delivery system of your bullets, your projectiles. So if you're wanting to get accuracy, the barrel is one of the most important aspects. The next one is the bolt carrier group. This one isn't necessarily particularly amazing, but not bad either. Other things that I really think make this gun pretty nifty is the fact that it does have ambi controls. So you do have an ambi magazine release. You do not have an ambi bolt release, unfortunately, but a lot of these cheaper ARs just don't have them. Now, one thing you do have is the ambi safety selector. That's not super crazy, but the ambi mag release does help. You also get a really decent trigger out of the box. It's not the world's best, but better than like a just mil spec trigger. This is of course a single stage, so pretty decent. Last up is the rail. The rail is probably actually my least favorite, but it is pretty decent. Of course, you have M-LOK slots on all the 90 or all the like 90-degree angles, so or every 45 maybe, not 90. So yeah, you have on all the 90s, and of course you can add different M-LOK or M-LOK to pick accessories. Now, the last thing I will say is it does have a pretty decent muzzle device to begin with. Now I will say, like many have said, the A2 isn't a bad muzzle option, but this is a nice 3-prong and works pretty darn well.